Hey YouTube! So today we are going to talk about mommy issues. And basically, a lot of times in our videos you guys get to see basically videos that we put together, whether it be holidays or topics that affect us from the outside. And me and Bryan are actually having some issues right now about his mom. Now, Bryan's mother has made a decision a long time ago not to accept the fact that Bryan's gay, and she's pretty much not accepted me as his partner, or boyfriend, partner, now husband. She didn't come to our wedding. She has refused to meet our kids over the years. I mean, we've had our kids almost 8 years now. Selena was a baby and Daniel was 5 years old when we adopted them, and she has pretty much decided that she is not their grandmother. Now, I have some real deep resentment towards Bryan's mother because I feel like even, as a person, whether you accepted gay marriage, whether you accepted gay people or not, you should be a good mother. Now, she's not a good mother. She's pretty much rejected our family. Now, recently, did I characterize that correctly, or is there anything you want to say in your mom's defense, or?
Not yet. I'll have my point to make in a moment.
Yeah, and it's almost to the point when me and Bryan got together, she had talked about having his brother kidnap him. So she had wrote a letter about, something about kidnapping Bryan and deprogramming him and all this crazy stuff. So we've had to put up with quite a bit over the years with Bryan's mom. So recently Bryan became an uncle, woohoo, to a cute little boy, and obviously that is going to create some family moments and time when all the family comes together. And Bryan's mother has decided to pop up again. And do you want to just talk about
now she's all happy to be a grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
She's calling my brother every week and is making a special trip to come down here and see the new baby. Mm-hmm. Even though she's not made one iota of an attempt to meet Daniel and Selena.
It's not that she hasn't even tried to make the attempt to see them. She's refused to see them because we've made attempts to take the kids up to where she was, because she lives in a different state, and she's always busy, or she can't be bothered. So,
pretty much.
Which brings us to today. I'm in a really bad situation because I'm torn. Bryan's mother called not more than a half hour ago, and she wants to see her son because she's being kind of pressured by Bryan's brother to reach out to Bryan. And what was said in the phone call the other day when she had called your brother to see the new baby?
He said that my mom would probably be coming down, and she would want to probably... She came down to see the baby, and Brandon said, well, maybe you should call Bryan and let him know you're coming. And she said, well, I didn't know this was going to be that big of a production. So that was the comment that was made. But at YouTube, at any point, you understand that there's hard feelings and bad blood. Now, from my point of view, this is my mom. And even though it affects us as a family and it affects us as a couple, it's affecting me a little bit more,
Yeah,
and Jay has his issues with it, I'll let him say.
I just feel, I feel like I want to be a good husband. I want to support Bryan, and I want to support Bryan no matter what he chooses to do. Bryan is a really good person, and he would not hurt anybody, for any reason. That being said, his wanting to see his mother hurts me. As his husband, as his partner, as the person that has put my whole life on the line for this guy, it bothers me. It bothers me that Bryan is willing to go see his mom, spend time with his mom, and allow his kids and his husband to be over here on the side as a side issue. I personally would never do that to Bryan. I feel like it's kind of a shot at me. I know I shouldn't take it personal, and I know I should just let Bryan have the type of relationship he wants to have with his mother. But it really does kind of piss me off because I feel like it allows his mother to get something. It allows her a benefit, a reward for her bad behavior towards our family. The fact that she's not even willing to accept my kids and meet my kids is a real disgusting, it's disgusting to me. I can't deal with it, and it just makes me pissed. So she just recently called today, and she goes, yeah, I want to have lunch with my son. So if he wants to have lunch with his mother, he'll call me. And I was polite, and I was nice about it, when I really wanted to say, you know what, bitch, go to hell. But that's Bryan's mom.
This is where you stop now. Okay? Because, first off, we talked about it the first time we had this conversation and agreed that we weren't going to go around there because she's clearly a toxic person.
She's toxic.
who's making no effort to come actually visit us. She wants nothing to do with us. She's coming to see the new baby. That's what it's about. So we agreed, and I'm not having anything to do with my mom because of that. Does that mean I don't want to heal that relationship?
How would it ever heal?
She's my mom. Of course I'm going to want that.
Yeah, I understand that. And I will support you no matter what you decide to do. If you decide to go have time with your mom and have lunch with her, I will support that.
I'm not going to go do that. I've determined I don't want that because she's not here to see me.
Well, we hadn't decided that yet.
Yeah. Well,
So we hadn't had that conversation.
at any rate, there's more to this scenario than just what's going on with my mom. Because we have a long history with Jay's family and his mom, who's also got her own issues and can be kind of abusive in her own ways. And I've tried over the years to kind of help Jay and her patch up the differences that they've had over time, only to discover that there are some things that run so deep they may never be healed in this lifetime.
My mom's situation, and I've had to really put my family first and separate a lot of my connection with my mother because she lashes out at Bryan and my kids, and so she's a destructive force. Mm-hmm. But a lot of what happens with her is mental illness. I mean, she is suffering from a disease. She has mental illness. So it's a little bit different. I mean, she's not coming from a place of control and just making a real choice to hurt people. Bryan's mother is doing that. She's making a choice to hurt people. And there's no mental illness there. This is just a mean-spirited person doing this. So, in some sense, I know, and you've been very supportive, but whenever my mother's lashed out at you or she's done something to hurt you, I've always stood up for you guys. Mm-hmm. And I've always told her that this is not going to happen, and if she behaves this way, we won't have a relationship. So, because you guys are my family first, and your needs come before my mother's needs. Mm-hmm. And I've always been very clear with you and my mom about that.
But for me, I mean, family is family. You always take care of family. So the times when Jay's mom needed to move in, and I knew that it was going to be drama and trouble, we still did it. Yeah. Because you take care of family. And I'm not willing to just let go that easy. Maybe that's what I have to do, though.
I think you need to, I mean, in my opinion, I think Bryan needs to have a real clear discussion with his mother and tell her that he loves her, but if this is how she wants to choose to treat our family, then there is no relationship there.
I can have that conversation, but I guarantee you it will lead to no resolution, and it'll only turn it into me being a bad guy.
No, well, you guys kind of let her get away with this stuff. I can't tell Bryan's brother how to behave around his mother because that's their own relationship and it doesn't impact me. But I do think it's kind of, as a brother, I would think that he would tell his mother she needs to knock it off. I mean, I would say you're not seeing my kid until you start being a grandparents to my brother's kids. So I just feel like, she gets away with a lot of crap because everybody's afraid to hurt her feelings or to set her off.
So, YouTube, to wrap this up, family is never easy. Sometimes it's complicated, and it's one of the reasons why we say it's not always the people that you're born to. Yeah. It's the people who stand by you in love and support you. So, we're opening this question up to you. If this was your scenario, how would you handle it? Do you think Jay's maybe being a little too, taking an issue and making it a battle when it doesn't need to be a battle on his part? Or do I need to just cut off that relationship?
Yeah, and I don't know that it's about being a battle. I think, Bryan has a family here. He has a husband and kids.
Yeah, and I focus on that. I don't focus on that other stuff.
If his mother was making a personal attack on him, I could see him trying to repair the relationship, but she's attacking us. And I think that's where she crosses the line. And when she refuses to see her grandkids, whether they're adopted or biological, that's a real indicator of who she is as a person. So I don't feel like that relationship's salvageable. I don't feel like it should be even entertained.
I understand you have a say in it, but that's where it ends. Yeah, you have a say in it, you can't make the decision.
No, really.
So that pretty much wraps it up, you two.
And I believe that our love found its way through the current as the way